guys, this is Cindy here, and we are finally doing our 100 subscriber celebration video. Alright, let's get started. Talon asks, so how long have you been playing the piano for? So I am currently 26 years old. I started the piano when I was 6 years old, so 20 years. Master Piano Keys asks, which anime do you feel the most attached to, and your favorite anime music producer? And also, say something in Chinese. Really want to hear it here. Probably the Studio Ghibli films. Favorite anime music producer, I actually don't know a lot about what producers actually do, and I don't know any anime music producers, so I'll just say whoever made the Ghibli films, whoever produced it, I love you. And say something in Chinese. 其实我是广东人，我是从广州出生的，我3岁来新西兰。但是我小的时候，我妈很想我讲普通话，所以我从小就是讲普通话。我广东话可以听懂一点点，但是不能讲很多。Username says, oh, I don't have a question, but I just want to say congrats. Hey, thanks. Kaneki Ken says congrats, thank you. And Talon asks again, what piano grade are you? P.S. just wondering. So, piano grades, that's a common question that people ask to try to gauge a pianist's level. But it's really hard to say because you can be, like a grade 1 pianist, but you play it really, really well. Or you could be a grade 8 pianist and barely scrape through the notes and play with no technique or no musicality. So I personally find the grade system very inaccurate. So what grade am I? I mean, I don't know. I've done all those things, and like personally speaking, I feel like some of the grade 8 stuff that I played back when I was like 14, I think only around now at age 26 I'm actually able to fully, not master it, but play the pieces to their full or half of their potential. Whereas back then when I was 14 and just sort of mucking around and running through the notes, I don't think I really was able to grasp those pieces technically or musically, even though I was technically at grade 8 back then. So what grade am I? I would say comfortably at grade 8. So Annie AJ says, 101 subs, awesome. How long have you been into anime, and can you sight read? Anna means is my most precious treasure improv. Well, if you're like a lot of people like me, growing up watching TV, you would have grown up watching Pokemon, Digimon, what were the really common ones? Dragon Ball Z, Card, Captain Sakura. I feel like, I don't know if anyone's seen Shinzo. That was a really good one back then. And just all those anime that they played on after school television. So I grew up watching those. Yeah, I've been into anime ever since I was about 8 years old, anime and manga. All my friends in school were interested in anime and manga, and I just grew up with it. So since I was about 8. Oh, yes, sorry. And can you sight read Animens is my most precious treasure improv? Yes, I will, and I'll do it at the end of this video. It's a good choice because I love that piece and I love the arrangement for it. Piano Nation says, congrats on 100. I'm pretty sure you'll reach 1000 soon. I hope, well, we'll see. My questions are, any tips on how to practice arpeggios? And what's the most important thing to do to become a better sight reader? Thank you and congrats again. Dun 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 dun. Close up of my piano. An arpeggio of 2 octaves will look like this. The hardest thing I think about arpeggios is probably this shift between like the fifth note, and when you have to shift your thumb. And the common mistake a lot of people make is when they try to cross, they try to hold on to this note as long as possible, and they twist their hand to get their thumb under, and then when they come back they do something similar. So they hold on to the thumb, they twist their hand to reach this note. If you have to play it in arpeggio fast, you do not have time to twist your hand. You can already see that looks really strange. Yeah, so what you actually need to do is keep your hand alignment like with the key. So the key alignment is like here. So keep your hand aligned, and what you do is you tuck your thumb under. You do a little bit of movement, but as soon as you get to the note, you just move your whole hand. Don't worry about holding onto this note, just move. Same thing here, tuck under, but don't change your alignment, just move your hand. And the way to practice that is just to just focus on that shift. So you can see that my hand doesn't actually change alignment, it just stays like this all the way through. So I'll do a different key. And basically the rest of it is just practice, lots of practice, but definitely practice that transition, and keep your hand pretty relaxed. Okay. Oh, second half of the question, Piano Nation's question. What's the most important thing to become a better sight reader? Again, this is a huge topic. Sight reading is a huge topic. But in a nutshell, a good sight reader is a person who can recognize patterns in music and be able to recreate them. And the only way to recognize patterns in music is to, number one, just play lots of music. Like, play lots of music while reading, like learning off sheet music. Number two, sight reading a lot. And the thing with sight reading is that you don't have to do everything all at once. So you don't have to do right hand and left hand and, you know, up to speed, and don't have to do that. Literally, sight reading starts with rhythm, because if you don't have the right rhythm, then how are you going to put the notes in the right place? Being able to feel a pulse and knowing how to slot rhythm into the pulse immediately, and I think that's really important. Then once you've got rhythm down really well, I think being able to recognize all the notes on the stave, on the music stave. So treble clef, so if you imagine this is a stave, treble, bass, or not really treble, but right hand, left hand, you should be able to recognize, I'll say, every single note on the stave, including, I'll say, up to about 2 or 3 ledger lines above and below. So you should see a note and immediately go, I know that's an A, or I know that's a B flat, or whatever. Because sight reading is very, very hard if you are still searching for notes. Know all your scales so that when you get a sight reading piece, you know, with the key signature, when you sight read it, you would already know the layout of the scale, and you wouldn't be, you know, like missing out accidentals. And there are apps out there, like sight reading apps. Don't get the free ones, get the ones that you have to pay for. They can help you with your sight reading, and that will make your life a lot easier. Celestial Piano Sage says, congratulations. I would like to know how long you've been playing the piano, so it's 20 years, and why you started playing, and maybe see you sight read a Chopin piece. It was actually my mum's idea for me to play piano. When I was a baby, I had really long fingers. I still do. And along with having long fingers, my mum always had this notion that learning an instrument, especially the piano, will be really good for a child's brain development, because it uses like all your senses, and it uses all your like right and left brains. So that is why I started piano. I will sight read a Chopin piece at the very end of this video. Danio has excellent questions, which I feel like I cannot answer in this video alone. It needs like a separate video. But what are my thoughts on going to university for music? I'll just answer that one. I think that university, like going to university to learn music, is a tool that will help you, you know, improve your skills, gain deeper knowledge of, you know, music theory, history and all that, and also give you a qualification which people will recognize once you get into the working world. However, I also believe that university gives you only a very small slice of what music is really about, and is only a small part of the musical world. And a lot of the skills that I have learnt as a professional musician in the workforce has not been taught at university. And you know, I'm not saying that it's university's job to teach you everything, it isn't, but I'd say 99% of the things I've learnt has been learnt on the job. So hopefully that answers your question. But if anyone would like me to elaborate on my thoughts about music at university, please let me know, because I'm happy to talk about it. I have opinions. Master Piano Keys asks, got a question for Pixel. Pixel, meow meow meow, mo mo mew me wow, mo mew meow ma meow mo wo mo. And I asked that to Pixel earlier today, and her reply was meow 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 meow. So hopefully that answers your question. Cookie Plays asks, when is Pixel's birthday? Yeah, sorry, my concept of time has gone out the window after I started working. And when I adopted her, she came with a little vet booklet, and on the inside of the booklet it said that she was born in March 2014. Kizuru asks, what animes have struck you the most in terms of soundtrack? I think the soundtrack of Mushishi, if anyone has seen that anime, that one has really stuck with me. The soundtrack and the anime is just like a piece of art. Actually, more than art, it's like an existential experience. Dennis says, congratulations! Thank you. Action Adam says, oh, not trying to be patronizing, but this is so cute, hun. Cute. Me? Thank you. 2 questions. So what is your favorite classical musician? And along with your favorite classical piece. Now, this is another thing I can go on and on and on about, but in the classical music world, at least the one that I grew up in, the people that you look up to in the classical world are seen as kind of like gods in some way, like people that are perfect, untouchable, like just like a different level of human to you, because they're so amazing and they don't make mistakes and all that. And so growing up, when I see all these amazing musicians, I just felt like really detached from all of them, because I felt like I'm not like them. I make mistakes when I play. I'm not a child prodigy. Like, you know, we're just different types of human beings. So it was really hard for me to look up to a particular musician, because they all made me feel really depressed. But I will answer this question. Recently, there's been a lot of classical musicians on social media that have really connected with, you know, with people, and I'm thinking of like Brett and Eddie from Two Set Violin, or like Tiffany Poon, who's a pianist. I can't remember where she's from, but I follow her on YouTube and she's great. Ray Chen, the violinist. So all these classical musicians are, you know, they're fabulous players and amazing musicians, but more importantly, they have really connected, like tried hard to connect with their audience, and they've shown their wonderfully witty personalities online, and I feel like I really can relate to them and I look up to them, because when I see them I think, you know, these are people that are just like me, you know, they're nice people, they're funny, and I can imagine being friends with them in real life. And they're also amazing at music and they're passionate. And so for me to look up to someone, I have to feel like I have to look up to them as people first before I look up to them as musicians. And Adam also asks, oh my goodness, I'm going to take such a long time to get through these questions, but we are at the end. My favorite classical piece. Okay, hard question again. There's so many classical pieces, but the one that really stuck out to me as a child was this one. So this is Chopin Nocturne, B flat minor, Opus 9, number 1. So that's one of my favorite pieces. And Adam also asks, also, could you tell your piano story, like all the sad and good times and highlights, etc.? So this sounds a little bit like a Draw My Life, but music version. So I'm gonna leave this to my 200 subscriber special. Till then. So TSA Piano asks, what's the most challenging anime song you have learnt on the piano? So the simple answer is probably Colors or Unravel, because I haven't learnt that many songs, probably about 8 or so, but those two are the most technically challenging. But I would also say that Anamens arranges his songs in a way that is very pianistic. And what I mean by pianistic means that it fits the hand of a pianist really well. His pieces have a lot of elements which are also found in classical music. So if you play a lot of classical repertoire, the stuff in his Anamens' arrangements actually feel really nice to play, because it's all stuff you would have done before. His arrangements have a lot of symmetry, a lot of repetition, a lot of patterns in it. So it is not hard to learn his music. But he does include very advanced piano techniques in his arrangements. So in that sense, if you haven't reached that technical level required to play the pieces, then Anamens pieces would be considered very difficult to play. But if you are already at that technical level, then his pieces, like, you can learn it, you know, like in a day, like how Ponzi learned Unravel in one day. Alright, I finally answered all the questions. I wonder how much I have to edit out of this video. Let's get to some sight reading. Alright, so I'm going to start with the Chopin that I think Celestial Piano Sage has recommended. Chopin Ballade number 1. Now this is a piece that really famous in the classical piano world. Like, I feel like every single pianist has played it at some point for their exam or recital or whatever, except me, because I'm not up to that level yet. Oh good, my camera's still running. Oh my gosh, this video is 35 minutes long. I will learn it one day, maybe when I'm like 50 or something. This one. Okay, that's enough. So we got to the end. So thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I think it's at 102 as of now. And yeah, we'll see where we go. Honestly, like, I was never expecting anyone to watch my videos. I think I had 4 subscribers for like 3 years or 4 years. And then one day, like, I just started noticing the subscriber count going up, and I thought that was really, really cool. But yeah, I was like, whoa, I'm famous. So yeah, I hope everyone is having a great day, morning or evening, and I hope to update you guys soon with any new pieces that I've been learning. Okay, bye!